Hello everyone and welcome to this amazing new training from IT Learn. I am super excited to do this and I'm honored to be able to do this. So we're calling this as the ENIOT Certified Tester, a 7 hours stretched across 7 days free training from our side. And this is gonna be fun. So hopefully you will all participate in it and we'll go through this. So team, before I get started, the housekeeping points are put in here. Just to quickly repeat, you're all going to be on mute. So if you have a question, you need to use the questions and answers section within the GoToWebinar that you've joined in. There are many participants. When I said that, I literally mean it. We have right now reached exactly 300 participants team. And you can actually look at the attendee list yourself. But I'm going to hide this because a lot of times what happens is you can see the other person's email ID and name and all that, and we don't want to be doing it. All right, so I'm going to hide it. We've crossed 300 participants. First time within the history of IT Learn, we've achieved this. Thank you so much, each and everyone, for making this happen. A big special thanks to my amazing super ninjas from IT Learn and the Atomic 77 team. If you are going to be watching this video, do note any questions that you have. You will put it on the main website for this training, which is itlearn.com/eniot. All right. So at this point, if anyone cannot hear, then that means that the issue could be at your side, not at my end. So please check that T. All good? Okay, so before I get started, one last point. This is going to be a long one, team. And the first session, so I want to keep it a little bit more different from the typical day ones that I do. There's a little bit of motivational talk that I honestly believe that is necessary. And it's going to be a long one. So please be brave, be patient, and most importantly, try and be kind with me on it. All right. Okay, so let's get started with this team. The first one is this specific video that I put on YouTube. Amazing response team, 18,000 views. And I think it's the third day today. So that is super. I mean, I am so totally excited about it. So totally pumped. I just want to quickly play this for those of you who have not seen it.
Welcome to you all. From the sunny California. Just wanted to check and see if people who are right.
It is giving trouble playing here. But let me quickly see if I could do something right away on the YouTube channel. But I'm assuming you've all seen this video, team, so I won't go there. But just the fact that that video kind of tells us exactly what we're trying to do in this session.
Hi friends,
and more
welcome
to invite
to you all
everyone.
from the sunny California. Just wanted to check and see if people who are right now working in software testing or automation and really looking to upgrade their skill and go to the next level, they would definitely require to showcase projects, right? You need real projects on your profile, not dummy projects, not mock projects, but real projects that you have executed, you've worked with. And people who are trying to make your entry into IT industry, into testing, even you need to do that. So how would we go about getting that? It's like a chicken and egg story. Will we get projects first or will we get the job first? At IT Learn, we're trying to come up with something that will help you do both together for free, absolutely free. 7 hours free training on ENIOT certified testing. So this is going to give you three things.
All right, looks like there's no audio that's coming out, but most of you have seen this video, correct team? Yes? Someone went on unmute. I don't know who that is, but maybe one of my team members. Was that you, Manoj?
Hey, Karthik.
All right. Did you want to say something or the same thing that I just said? Okay.
No, Karthik.
All right. Let me change my name here so it's clear for everyone. Okay. So let's go back to this deck team. The reason I wanted to share this is a couple of things. I mean, I'm going to do a very open, straight talk with you all, very critical from what I'm trying to achieve with this whole program. So it's a long program when I compare it to the typical videos that we do or videos or demo sessions that we do at IT Learn, because we have never ever done this kind of all things put together. And when I shared this video, and I put it on YouTube and I shared it with some of my friends and family, I got mixed review. A lot of them were very happy and saying that, Karthik, great job, good going, and so on. And then I've got a few bad ones also. Things like you should have shaved, you should have, you look fat in the video, and so on. And none of this puts me down. It's good to get bad feedback. It's great for your next steps. And this was an impromptu action. I took an action right then and there that I need to do this. I need to get this message across to my community and let them join this valuable training. And this was the best way I could do it, and glad to see so many of you out here. So continuing on the same slide deck, team, most of you would have figured where this was. I said sunny California. This is in US, but this is not in LA, team. This was actually in San Jose, more like Santa Clara side. And this specifically happened because last week I was there for a couple of conferences that I was attending there. And while that was motivating me, pumping me, and really taking me into a different zone altogether in life, I knew that IT Learn, which is my absolute amazing baby, I need to do something brilliant. And here we are standing now. So when I talk about this, I have one more question before I go to the next one. Why do you think I showed my car at the back? What could be the reason? And you could just put your questions or comments into the Q&A thing. Why am I showing off my car in the background? Can you all hear me? Wow, now I'm getting it. Think big and see big and grow big. Yes, because you love it. I know it's a posh, amazing. Yes, to show us how you achieve it. Great. You like cars, to show what you can achieve. Car had some problem and stopped. Inspiration, software problem. Why car is at background? To show the goal, to get inspired. Are you testing your new car? Like your car? All right, great. You like your beast. I'm just reading out the messages from hundreds of you, team, coming live. I'm a car lover, yes. I think most of it is right. Yes, it luckily didn't break down. The one which is open in the front of the car is actually not the engine. It is the trunk. That's where the engine is. It's a rare engine car. The point is very simple, team. We have to think big. We have to look ourselves as an example, show it to the world that, listen, we need to breed success, and that comes through mutual motivation. I wouldn't have bought this car had it not been for the thousands of people who've inspired me and who've done great things through my training. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't seen someone like me and seen the smile on the face of achievement. So while you go about achieving your dreams, you got to be able to take care and pamper yourself each and everywhere. All right, team. So now let's go on. So here is what drives me. This is what I get driven by truly. So if you look at the slide, I'm not talking about my kids. I'm talking about my car itself. My car drives me, but no. On a serious note, yes, these are my kids. These are my sweethearts, and they keep me motivated, pumped up every day to go out there and achieve something. I was not born to a rich dad. Luckily, these kids out here have a different story. While they were born, at least my daughter, I was at a medium level. By the time my son came, I am doing much better. But then I would like them to struggle, treat themselves, and get in the right direction as they go on. What else drives me, team? So here is the larger picture. I have so many more things to share, but I thought let me show some glimpse of it. So on the left side, my wife, my inspiration, someone who's always been a great support in and out, especially for some of us living in US, all far away from our home countries. You tend to spend a lot of time with your spouse, and she's been an amazing support. And then this is my big, largest extended family, my parents, my sisters, their kids, and so on. Me somewhere in the corner with my son trying to get down off me. And yeah, on the left bottom, you have me celebrating my some birthday, which is ending with a 0 about 20 days back. Can you guess which one would that be? Is it like guess team? I'm gonna note whoever guesses wrong with a bigger number. I'm not gonna forget their name for the rest of the session. It can't be 35, Sandeep. There's a 0 already that you see there, right? All right. Great team. Again, I am unfortunately not able to individually read out your answers because there are 350 participants right now, and that's amazing, team. So let's go on with the direction. Why am I trying to show this? This is what drives me. This is my inspiration. This is my background. Wherever I go, this comes pyramid on the top. This is the biggest priority that I have to drive with. A lot of times we start something without the support of our family, which is there, and then it is a huge journey that's going to be challenging. But when we get that, when they are convinced that what you're doing is right, that's when we can go and give it all our best. You see any war movies, you see any kind of a non-fictional movies, when kings go for war, they're so pumped up. That is what happens, team. When we go there and try and achieve each and every day, this is what happens. All right. Now here's some of the other stories, team. And as I said, it's a long one. The reason I'm saying this is because I want you to understand that a lot of things about myself, the way I look at things, the way I do things, and how you should approach truly this whole program that we're coming up. So how can one be a good teacher, a trainer? What are those things that will happen for someone to become a great trainer? Yes, the first thing, I cannot be a great teacher or tutor if I don't have the skill in subject. I need to have great communication. I need to have a storytelling ability beyond everything. Because end of the day, especially in an online world, you can't see my faces, you can't see all the actions that I'm doing with my body and posture, but I still need to have to do that with my voice. I need to keep you very, very involved into the entire exercise, keep it interesting for you. And that's the storytelling ability. These are the three things that we look at when it comes to we talking about in finding any new trainers even for IT learn. But a couple of more things, team, that really come out. Can you think about them? And while you think about an answer and suggest what else do we need to look at from a good trainer's perspective, I have to also thank very, very sincerely my entire team who stands behind me, sits with me, and works very hard for me to achieve a common dream and vision. Thank you so much to my team. And I also want to thank all the thousands of students out there who've kind of been able to do it. So I see patience. Well, I hope that I'm patient, because then when it comes to action, I really expect. But then when it comes to teaching, yes, I think I'm a little more patient. You need a brave heart, team. Do you know that? You need really a brave heart. The reason is to stand up in a virtual world, online world is okay. To stand up on a stage, on a platform, and be able to address thousands of people in front of you is not easy. To talk like this when there are 360 people right now in this online training is not easy. To show up my face out there, and whatever I've built in this PowerPoint, I did it this morning. It was not done from the last 10 days. It was all done today. So to be able to go with so much of confidence is that, you know what, this is what it is. The last and most important thing that I've discovered recently, team, maybe I believed in it earlier, but I recently discovered when I went to these conferences, I need to be a good student. I need to listen. I need to stay calm. I need to really absorb what is coming from a trainer. And when I went for this conference, these are the only conferences, team, that when I go, these are the only things rather, conferences when I go, people shut my mouth for some time. Otherwise, I talk a lot. So I have to sit back, listen, try and understand. And these are inspiring, team. And what I learned from out there, I want to be able to continue to teach. All right, let's move on. So what is the teaching methodology that I try and incorporate? And this is something that you really need to take a look into. The first thing that I talk about is concept versus definition. I can explain you concept or I can tell you the definition. What is the difference, team? Do you know what the difference is? Maybe you would have heard it, what it is, but let me try and put it up in a way that you could do it. Let's say I go to Google and I want to search for what is compound interest. How many of you know, team, what a compound interest is? Now, here is a definition. For those of you who are not really aware what compound interest is, and just know, team, it's not a finance class, but I'm just taking it as a paradigm or an example to drive at something. Some of the members are unable to see the screen and some are not able to hear out of the 360. If everyone has an issue, team, you'd be getting hundreds of chat messages. So I hope they're able to fix it at their end. So it basically says is the addition of interest to the principal sum of loan or deposit. In other words, interest or interest, blah, 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 blah. It's so bookish. It is so tough for us to digest. And if we need to go to an interview and explain this concept, do I need to remember and tell them? It's okay from an exam point of view. You can write a definition. But when you have to talk and explain to someone who's looking at the way you can explain, the way you understood, then it becomes a tough thing. Now, if I say, what is compound interest in rule of 72? Now, does it make it clearer, team? For instance, if you are to invest $100 with compounding interest at a rate of 9% per annum, the rule of 72 gives 72 by 9, which is 8 years required for the investment to be worth $200. Is it clear now for everyone? Is this clear, team? Still not clear, right? Not totally. What if I do this? If I write out here 72 and let's say I have an interest rate of 4%. Now what is 72 by 4, team? Can someone tell me? Great, there you go, 18. Any wrong answers, anyone? So what it means is, let's say at the age of 30, I put $1,000 for investment. It will double every 18 years. So when I become 48, it becomes 2,000. At the same thing, if I say my rate of interest is 8%, that would cut down 72 by 8 will become 9. So if I start at 30 and start investing the same 1,000, it becomes 39 years, it'll become 2,000. How about 12%? It will start doing it 72 by 12, which is going to be 6, right? So every 6 years, you're going to double your investment. Now, is the concept of compound interest or the 72 rule clear, team? Any doubts or questions on it? 72 is something, and I could be wrong on this, but it's an Albert Einstein's formula of calculating compound interest. How does your investment double? If I put 100 today, when will I get 200? And that depends with the rule of 72. Just divide that percentage with the 72 by that percentage, you will get the number of years when it will get doubled. And how did I learn this, team? By being a good student. To the conference that I went, one of it was absolute about managing money and finance, and that's where this came. And I love to share such kind of concepts when I present it. It took me at least 2 to 3 times for someone to explain it right way, then do a little research. Now I know the easy way and I like to pass it on. That's exactly the story of when it comes to when I talk about what is it that we do from a concept and definition. When it comes to theory versus practical, again, very simple. You could be someone who's absolutely coming out all guns blazed from an MBA school, from a business school. But then at the same time, it will not necessarily make you a success when it comes to business itself, right? So that is the primary difference between theory versus practical. How do we get hands-on rather than just a theory? When it comes to hands-on versus real projects, this perception changed for me that I could do it about 2-3 years ago with IT Learn. What I earlier did as part of the trainings is I said team focus on hands-on. You cannot give away or lose your touch with the skill. You have to keep practicing constantly and do it. And it got boring for people to keep doing it. But now, thank you to atomic77.com, which is my other initiative where we get so many projects and clients that I can actually give you real projects to test. These are products and applications we're developing and we want you to test them. One of the examples that I think about team is Yuvraj Singh from our Indian cricket team. He's one of the top players who helped us significantly in getting us the World Cup. He went through a cancer challenge. He came back. He fought the life. Then he started again. He didn't get selected into the Indian cricket team. He went back to IPL. He went back to Ranji. So he kept things going. Real projects. The dream was to get to a bigger one. Get to the Indian cricket team. And he got back now. But he started back again with step 1, step 2 there. You have to do some real projects. And this specific course will help you do that without any kind of investment from a dollar perspective. All right. What's next? Spoon feeding versus self-discovery. There's no better way for me to say this than saying that I don't want to give you fish. I want to teach you fishing. The day the provider of the fish goes away, you will be left knowing not what to do. You don't know what to do at the time. This opportunity will tell you how can you continuously get your challenges that you face. Search Google, search the Wikipedia, search the groups, get your challenges answered, get your questions answered and keep moving. That is most critical, team. These are my teaching methodologies and this is what I do to empower my students. And then I talk about self-learning versus a guided tour, team. The simplest example that I can give you is this. Let's say you won an amazing tourism ticket, all flight expenses paid to Egypt, you and your whole family. But the only catch is you're going to be there for 4 hours. What would you do, team? Would you go about trying to run around, see where is the pyramid, where is the other historical places and so on? Or will you book someone as a guide? I have 4 hours, already my biggest expense is taken care. I don't mind paying $500 to the guide and have him or her guide you through it. It's valuable, right? You will not spend more than 50 to 100 hours any year on training team typically once you're out of college. That means that's limited and that's critical. So you want to do more of guided tours. And if I'm here today, it is all thanks to my gurus and mentors that have always guided me. But I went to them and asked, it's not about the monetary thing. You need someone to really show you the path. All right. The other thing again that we've developed is to learn as a group rather than individual. When you learn as a group, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of motivation, there is a lot of additional learnings that happen. All right, great. So far, so good. Team, can I take a quick break and run a couple of poll questions for you? I just want to understand the audience. We have so many members, 375 members here. So I have 2 questions that I want to ask. I want to understand this question. Which country do you currently reside in? All right. You have 5 options on your screen. Do not answer it in the chat. Click the option on the GoToWebinar, please. I'm going to give about 10 seconds because it's nothing that you really have to think about. You just have to search for your option and put it. And sorry, team, I had to group the other countries really into other because GoToWebinar only gave me 5 options. All right, 5 more seconds and I'm going to close this poll. I've got about 75% votes in. That's great. 380 people in the session and 75% votes is something admiring that you're all involved. And so far, I hope I've got you. All right, team, 80% votes in. I'm closing this poll in the next 2 seconds. Thank you. Let me share the results. Can you all view the results on the screen? All right, great. All right, so the numbers say it all, team. 68% of you are from US, Canada. 25% of you, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. The reason I put it, team, is because I get a lot of students from Pakistan and Bangladesh as well. And they're so amazing learners. They're so grateful and they have so much gratitude to show. Australia, New Zealand, again, and UK, Europe, a lot of times the timings don't support them, but great to see. And with the other countries, about 8% coming in from there. So still the focus is US and India, team. That's where most of my audience typically comes. All right, I'm going to hide this. And one more poll that I want you to take, please. All right, there you go. What is your current status? Simple question, because I know a lot of you are looking for the first job. Some of you are already in automation, software testing or so, but want to grow into automation. Or someone of you are development space and you're planning to grow there. I have a last option because a lot of times you don't know why you're here. So I kept that option there for you to look at. And thank you, team, for participating in the poll. Another 10 seconds, I'll close this. All right, 80% votes then out of the 382 participants on the session. Phenomenal, great. Let's close this and I'm gonna share the results. So right in front of your team, can you all see it? 52% of you are looking for the first job. It's not that you already had a job or you took a break or you're currently unemployed. You're looking for your first job. 39% of you are working and looking for an upgrade in automation. 8% of you, which is surprisingly good number, who's looking to upgrade in the development space, but maybe they've come here just to see what kind of a session this is all about. The other 1%, I don't know why I'm here. Maybe you should stay for a little bit more time and let's figure it out. All right. All right. Here is a pyramid, team. Believe me, this was always there in my mind, but I built this pyramid and I put a structure to it today. What is the right balance of life, team? I believe, like I said, family comes first because we go run when we talk about family. And with what we see that's happening in the US in terms of the hate crimes and so on, it becomes even more important for us. I'm a positive thinker. I look at it with a brave heart, but I still get scared with what I do. I think I need to hide the results, right? There you go, sorry. So family is very important. Next comes your health. Health is again very critical. So you can't really support your family, be there if your health is not good. Wealth is an amazing thing. And this concept, if any of you, one of you are saying that I don't need wealth, then it would be not so true, right? Even if you're rich or not rich. If you're super rich, I don't know why you're here, number one, right? But then if not, how do we go about doing that right thing? But additional to that, we need peace at life, we need happiness, we need to generate income, we need to be employed to be able to serve our family through it. Very importantly, and this is something that I'm learning, team, invest and grow money. I'm taking a financial course starting from this week to teach myself some of the weak areas that I'm not good at. I try to talk to my friends for advice. I've tried to do Google and YouTube and it did give me much help. It only confused me more and I knew that I need to go at that. All right. I need to go at a more professional, a guided, a guru-based training. And I'm so glad I found someone. And as I go through the trainings, any concepts that I learned, team, I would love to share with my audience through the sessions. And finally, you got to give back to the society. This is what balances life. But what I've realized, like I said, that I've taken a professional training on finance because it's important for me, is education, constant learning. However you learn, wherever you get it from, keep doing it. Because IT industry especially is an industry where you will find there's constant learning. But if you keep that learning fun, there's a long way we can go. All right, some more tricky things coming up, a few more slides, and then we'll get into our subject very quickly. I hope you all are patient with me and hope no one has an issue with the flow of what I'm doing, because you'll understand every concept, every slide as I go along in the future. Who wants a free lunch, team? I know, I think you'll know it's a trick. Okay, dinner. Someone wants a dinner. Me, okay. After the session, please share the video links. Yes, that's fine, team. And thank you so much for the audience from UK, Europe. 3% of you, that's a big number, who's attending this at about 3 a.m. Now, not me, team. I've stopped to believe in it. I said never again. Because there is always something, a catch. There's always a catch. Why will someone call me all the way and say, hey, how are you doing, my friend? Let's go. Why don't you meet up for coffee? And I know there's something fishy there. Either they're selling something, or there's a network marketing, multi-level marketing, or they'll tell, come to Vegas. We're going to put you in a hotel for free, but they're going to sell you the vacation packages. They know the process. They just need your time. And that is why they say free lunch. The reason I'm saying is very simple. Sashi, thank you so much. It's 3 a.m. here, not hungry yet. Thank you, Sashi. But then, unless I get the right answers up front, if I know truly why they're trying to do it and explain it clearly to me, then I'm ready. So why am I talking about free lunch altogether away from it? But I said the AICTE training, this is free, right? Totally free, didn't I? So what's hidden beneath this Sweet Talk team? What is in this for Karthik? What is in this for IT Learn? And I want to talk about that upfront. Unless you know really the depth of it, you will not be able to appreciate why we are doing this effort. And I'll be very transparent and open. You can answer, team, anything that you see in the chat. If you are successful, I could get you into projects and placements, and that's revenue for me, right? If you do well, I'm going to do that. That's one. Second, Eniot is a product team. Any new product requires users and usage. Unless it's a great use product and use, a lot of users are using it actively, no one will come. Why did Facebook come and buy WhatsApp for $19 billion, $17 billion in cash and $2 billion in stocks? Why? Because there are like 800 million users then, and they were actively using the app. So Facebook is not dumb about it. They know. That is my intent. If I need to get Eniot to get to the platform where I visualize and where the dream is, I need users. And that is where you're coming to help me back with it by trying to understand what we've done and become an expert at it. Third one, and very honestly, team, we have IT Learn, we have a lot of paid courses. You may be willing to upgrade to a paid training later point. Right now, doesn't matter. I don't care about it. For me, this 7 hours, 7 days is critical to get the audience involved and get going with the system. That is very critical. But you may later upgrade. That's my intent as well. All right. So Reena is saying I've paid over 2,800 in totally. All right, Reena. So we'll have to talk and see how we get 28,000 back to you quickly because of your investment. Just reading a few random messages, team, from the chat. Sanyog, you're saying it's my birthday and I'm awake attending this webinar at 4 a.m. I feel good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the celebrating your birthday with us. Happy birthday, Sanyog. And the last one, I tend to say that we will not sell to you, team. I don't really like selling. I go and present it. But then it is not right on me. I'll give you 2 examples and then we'll move on to the next slide. First is, when I came in 2005 to the US, I joined and I was to manage a very large account for General Electric in Los Angeles. And there used to be a vendor manager, and he's an amazing guru of mine, a great mentor called Phil Pickman. This gentleman was so methodological, so systematic, and so well-mannered and planned. I have huge regards for this gentleman. He told me, he brought me in once to his room and said, Karthik, you're not doing any benefit to us by not selling. I'm already an account manager. I have a big account. I'm managing it. my strategy was, why should I sell? You look at the good work and give us more business. The reason he said is, unless you sell, we won't know what is coming. There are competitors of yours who are selling better, a cheaper product and getting away. Even if Apple built iPhone and said that we will not market, it will not happen to you. But the biggest reason why I think as IT Learn we should do a much better job in terms of marketing and sales is one statement that I've heard hundreds and hundreds of times repeatedly from so many trainees. And that statement is, Karthik, wish I had known of your training earlier. I don't know how many of you in this audience agree with the same thing. Because, and I'm already seeing the messages on that, there are so many training providers. And you know why IT Learn has big competition? It's not from Udemy or Simply Learn or Coursera. I don't get competition from there. I get competition from a single person like I started 9 years back who's sitting at home and taking one or two students to him or her. So there are 100, 200 trainers like that who are competing in my space, smaller trainers. And great kudos to them, great work. I appreciate trainers all the time, any teacher. But at the same time, if I am not doing justice in marketing and selling, one, I'm not too confident of the product, or I'm lazy about it, or I'm not doing justice to my audience. So that is my duty. As of now, you just focus on this training. I told you my intent behind it. Fair enough, everyone? All right, guru versus teacher. Does this make sense? Guru is on the left side, teacher is on the right side. I just want to compare. And please do not take this at the face value. It's more for you to understand the difference and how you need to look at this very importantly. All right. So motivates. Who motivates team? A guru or a teacher? Mostly a guru motivates. A teacher might expect you self-motivation. You have paid, you have come, but then they expect you to be a little bit self-motivated. From a scale level, maybe it's more of a guru. Someone lets you struggle more. Who will do that? It's a guru will let you struggle. They will let you struggle and struggle and struggle, go through challenges, because the toughest steel comes only from the hottest furnaces. I am not sitting here today with that fancy images, great car, 300, almost 400 participants into the session, and this is not my day one. I have done about 3,000 hours of online training. That's the reason, team. All right. Spoon feeds. Who spoon feeds? Gives you tasks and expects you to complete, gets behind you to do it. Lets you identify the task in front of you and go about doing it. You never doubt him. You never doubt a guru. You can ask questions, but you don't doubt him or her. But when it comes to a trainer, you sometimes, is this the right person? Should I do it from them? Are they going to help me? The reason I'm showing you this team is, again, guru can be commercial, a teacher can be commercial. And I told you my commercial value with what I showed you earlier. The reason I'm showing you this is, if you believe in what we're trying to do with this 7 days program, we want your total attention. And I have one more request to ask you. For the next 7 days, for those of you who are going with me on this, I would want to please follow my instructions, my system. I know how I can make success out of it, but you have to be with me totally, with total trust and confidence. All right. And I will make sure where you're going to get. And I'll tell you exactly what this program will do for you. All right. It's my benefit, true happiness. I showed you already what will happen if you succeed. And like I said, right learning system, you need to follow it. And I want to create a relationship and an impression with you for a long term, not for a short term that you've come, you've done a course, you've disappeared. And we should have no regrets. Once we take this action, we have to take ownership and execute it. You're not giving me a credit card, you're not doing anything, but you're giving me your time, you're going to give me your value. Here could be some top reasons you will not do this training, team. And I just want to emphasize on this because it's very important, team. No time, too busy. I understand. Not all of us have time. If you cannot do it this time, do it next time. If you're not sure about it, maybe another 2-3 months, I'll repeat this. You can do it at that time. You can also have the option of watching the videos if live sessions are not suitable for you. For some of you, this may look too basic, and I'll show you the exact course content. You can go by it. It is not a recognized certification, team. ACT, do you know in the market, does any recruiter go and search onto Dice or Monster or CareerBuilder saying, I want NEOT certified testers? Do you think it's happening right now? Absolutely not. What is the percentage? 0. Then what is your value for such a certification which is not recognized somewhere? It is not about finding you through the certification. Once they find you with the right profile and you get to the interview and then they ask you, by the way, what is the certification? And you give the answer the way I taught you, you will be hired. That's my confidence. You hear what I'm saying? It should generate interest, and the question comes up, you will speak on it for 15 minutes. There are no more questions going to come. All right, that is very important, team. I have a visa problem. I understand a lot of us have work permits, issues and so on. This happens, but it's a free training. Be ready just in case, things happen in the right direction from a government and the Department of whatever, jobs. But this statement I won't agree to. You still have no confidence after my presentation so far? Not right. So just stay on. I'll show you what's going to come. Then we'll do it. 7th one, that's fine. I can't really do much because I can build the best car, the best phone, the best laptop. There'll still be people who have different choices. And I'll totally appreciate that. And that's fine. Last slide before I go into the core content, videos versus live training. There's a simple thumb rule. If the training is needed, you must take it. If you need the training, you have to take it. Now, if you can attend live, do it. Why? You will go through a rigor, a schedule, and so on. If you cannot do live, then videos is a good option. And team, this time when you do videos, you will not be sitting all by yourself and finishing a video and working. Yes, you will watch video at your own time, at your own pace from your comfort of your home. But when it comes to practice and assignments and tasks, you're going to do it with the other people who have chosen the videos option and will be still working. It is very simple. It's like a correspondence course versus in college admission. All right. Either way, team, videos are essential because a lot of times you want to go back and repeat and practice on that. Okay. Are we good to talk a little bit about ACT training? What it's going to be, how it's going to be, and what is the agenda for what I want to discuss? Quick question, team. This will give me kind of a feedback. But again, like I said, almost 400 people in this audience, all of you may not be having the same kind of a feeling. So I just want to see if you're happy, kind of, I'm getting out of here kind of a thing. That's fine. Just so that you also understand what the other audience is saying. And maybe I'll rerun this same poll at the end to see if it changes anything. All right, so about 60% votes in team. So you hear your most valuable 1 hour from my perspective, it is. So stay focused. I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, 75% votes in 3-4 seconds. I'm going to close this. Please select one. You still have an option to change if you want to improve it, not if you want to decrease the valuation. All right. Poppy Akhtar, where is the chat box? You're typing in the chat box. Your votes go on the screen. All right, great. 81% votes. I'm going to close this poll. And here are the results. Glad that I didn't put just a yes or no, because if I put a yes or no, this would have been different. 73% of you, yes, you like what you see. Thank you so much. 25% kind of, you don't know where you're going, and that's fine. We'll get some method to the madness now. 2% of you, I'm getting out of here, and I totally understand. I'm glad it's just 2% team, but I hope something you can take away from this. One idea, one concept, one thing that can help you in what you're doing. That's what I'm looking at. All right, let's go. So what is the agenda, team? I want to talk about me very briefly. I won't take too long. I'll speak very fast over it. IT Learn, I'm sure most of the audience could be new to it. So I want to give you a quick rundown. ACT training schedule and content, exactly what's going to happen, what this training will and won't do. So you know clearly what's there upfront. How do we do the project work and how the schedule is. Very importantly, the certification scoring system, what it means for each of you, and what kind of an involvement I'm looking at. I'm going to talk about Interact as a communication application and how the messages will come to you through that and how you got to register on that. So anything that I want to say, I will do it through Interact. It's going to be one-way methodology, but it'll come to you. Okay. FAQs. Yes, we'll go through some frequently asked questions and we'll have a Q&A. Fair enough. Agenda. Can I keep going? We'll go deep as we go in. Okay, ninth one I'll come to. I put it in red because I just don't want it to be tired by end of this, so that there's some freshness to it. All right, about myself, team. I don't think I've ever shown this to my entire community of IT Learn so far. I've never done this, team. So very briefly, I'll run it down. I'm a BE Computer Science engineer. I've done my computer science from India. I got my first job through campus selection in 98, and this was from Usman University, team, in Hyderabad, and this was a very, very prestigious university to get in at that time. I was so glad that I was the only person to have got selected in Hyderabad at that time out of the only two multinationals. They came to the university, they went through 200, 300 evaluations, they only picked one and went. See, team, this is something that I have to be proud and tell you about. It is not, because I worked hard for it. I didn't just sit and someone came, opened a biryani in front of me and said, Karthik, go enjoy. I worked through it and I know how and what we can do to make that difference. So I started my job in technology, development, testing, support, coding, everything. But I always had interest in 2001, I mean, from the beginning, but in 2001, with that same multinational, it was called BAN, ERP, BAN. I got the chance, they gave me the chance to move into sales and business development. I went to Netherlands, stayed there for 3 months, did some amazing job, but too much of young blood. So I quit and I started my nth startup in 2002. It's not even my first startup. And I failed miserably again. And I hit rock bottom in 2002. I'd go back to Delhi, restart my career, and then started all over again. Then finally, I moved to 2000 in 2005 to the US as an account manager, managing some large accounts for a very premium IT company from India. So I worked with them in Delhi and Chennai. Then they moved me to US. So I was trying to move away from technology a little bit more into technology sales, account management, business relationships. So I was always in the recruiting process, hiring process, vendor management, clients, project delivery, escalations. So I was in the thick and thins of active, and this era of mine, team, from 2003 where I failed miserably till about 2008 was extremely flying. And again, I'll just tell you some of my accomplishments that I feel very worthy. I was the only sales guy in that large Indian IT organization who ever achieved 200% commissions in sales 2 years in a row. No one got it even once. I got it twice in a row. So my targets were doubled each time. I doubled my achievement. It just happened, team. I just went with an intent. I want to do that. I wanted it. And it happened. The day you decide that I want it, just look at how the universe is going to really help you achieve it. The day you think, I'm not sure, nothing will get you there. All right. Started online training as a very, part-time. It just happened accidentally. My first student, with a lot of proudness, I'll tell, is my wife. She was my inspiration. She's the one who suggested, why don't you do some online training? Because you're great at the way you're explaining and you have great skill. I said, okay, I started then. Now it's 9 years, team. And I've done, I think, wow, I've been here. I've done this for a long, long time. Currently, what do I do, team? I have 4 companies that I run. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Varkasa Inc., itlearn.com, atomic77.com, and Texas Covers. So one is consulting and project services, itlearn, Atomic 76 digital branding and marketing. Texas Covers is a factory industry in a place called Eastland, very close to Dallas, Texas, about 2.5 hours drive. I'm soon to start my 5th, 6th, and 7th ventures team. It's already in plans, and this is super exciting for me. So for me to be able to come back and do this session for free means that I believe in something, and I want you to take you through that dream. IT Learn, most of you know, we are well branded for software testing training, QTP Selenium, and we try and offer all the courses across it. But very importantly, this real-time projects is a genuine thing that happened very organically, naturally, without an intention step through Atomic 77. See, once you have vision and the drive, things will start falling in place. You won't believe I told my team, my dream is to have 500 people attending this. And there are almost 400 right now. That's amazing job from my team. Great job, team. Okay, schedule and content. Let's go through this so you get a feel of what we're doing. It's almost 7:30. We have an hour and a half session, but I want to keep at least 15 minutes for core Q&A. All right. And I'll come to your questions. I'm not really reading a lot of them right now. 6th to 14th March. This is what I told, right? Remember, team? Every weekday, Monday to Friday, nothing on the weekend, 90 minutes per day, 9:30 to 8 p.m. Los Angeles, sorry, 6:30 to 8 Los Angeles, 9:30 to 11 New York, 8 to 9:30 a.m. IST the next day morning. Do you see 14th I struck and I put 15th? Can you guess why? It's my wife's birthday, team. When the team created the schedule, I didn't see the end date. So I said, oh my God, when I put it here in the presentation, I realized and said, I can't do it. That day I cannot. Family is very important for me. I want to be there, right? So she gave me a big surprise party, which was, 20 days back. And now her turn is coming. So I have to be there. All right. So course content, here it is. It's there on the website, team. All of you should be able to see that. What are we going to cover? I'm quickly going to go through so you get an idea. This is what I'm doing, team. What is software testing? Not definition, concept, so that you know when you go and talk somewhere, you will tell the right thing. Why is it important? Why is it going to be there forever? And can you do it? That's the first thing we'll talk. How do we start with manual testing? What are the different roles that we want to understand as a layman? And even for an experienced person, when you go through this, you will know the actual reasons behind this. And with my wide expertise overall, I think I'll be able to deliver the right meaning to each of them. Agile and waterfall models, very critical, team. What is the primary difference? How do we differentiate, and why is the world moving towards agile? Creating test plan, test cases, use cases, test data. I'm going to do it in front of you from a blank notepad, Word doc, or an Excel file and show you exactly what we do. How do we understand defects? The whole crux of the software testing called defects has got a life cycle to it, and we need to be able to trace that back. Okay. Understanding the difference in functional, regression, UI, testing, and so on. And then how do we build a more robust Excel template to store test cases? Why is it critical? The basics of automation testing. What are those 3 ERA? The core thumb drivers that will drive the entire automation. An introduction to HP UFT QTP. I'm not going to make you an expert, and I put this point there, I will tell you. And then the same for Selenium. The focus will then switch into automation frameworks. What are they? Why did they come into existence? What are the different types there? Robot framework, what is it? What is ENIAUT? Will now then make sense, team. Do you understand? This is an ENIAUT certified tester, 7 hours free training. But unless you know all of these things before this, you cannot get the width and depth of what ENIAUT does. It will look like another boring application. By this time, you will be pumped up. You know exactly what the tool is doing. And then we will get about doing the other things through it. Make sense, everyone? This is going to be the course content for the 7 hours. And if you look at it, most of it is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. But we will do something with it that you take offline and keep working on it. So practice project, I'm expecting you to put at least 180 hours, team. 80 minutes, like 3 hours. Real project also, I should put actually 180 plus, it will be 3 hours plus. It can be even 50 hours that you can put in. You can even put in 100 hours. We have plenty of work, so that you don't have to worry. All right. Okay, so that I wanted to show. Let's go back to this. And what else? 1 hour lecture followed by 30 minutes of practice project work. So though I put 1.5 hour schedule, I want to do 1 hour of lecture, and I want to guide you on practice project work. You can talk to me about anything that you've done so far and so on from there. The certification test will happen after the training, team. So once you complete the training, then you're ready to take the certification. But the eligibility of it, I'll show you how. Real project will be again done after the training. So the practice project will go on during the training. So couple more slides, team, then I'll get to Q&A. Fair enough? Practice and real projects. This is very important, team. Please look at this very carefully. You will be divided into a team of 10 to 15 members. It will depend on your time zone, where you're located. So you're working with 10 to 15 other team members doing the exact same project, where you divide the task between each other and start working with that. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of teamwork in it, and we will try to, each team, there may be, I don't know how many teams will finally be there, will execute the same project in same scope. That way, when you present it back to us, we will check the progress and we'll give you the feedback, suggestions and guidance. And then you'll know, team, that the entire project work for the real projects, you will be doing purely on AnyAuth. Practice projects, a little bit on multiple things, but real projects, you'll be doing it on AnyAuth only. You will have the benefit of reference for the project work. It will be, however, based on the actual performance. You do well, you're going to be there. You don't do well, team, it is absolutely unfair for me to be able to certify you. So it is important you do well. But if I'm here and doing this, you should be able to do it. There should be no failure for it. Okay. Why is this repeating again? I don't know. Okay. Just the slide, but I highlighted some points because too much text. I don't like it and I don't like to read from it. So yeah. Certification scoring. This is a very critical thing. So focus on this. Everything counts. Everything that you do counts towards the certification. If you want to get the actual physical certification to you and put it on your resume, you will still be able to talk, but you want to be able to show it and get it on your profile, then you need to join live. When I joining, when I leaving, are you attentive? Are you interacting and so on? Can we actually measure this in an online world? Are you looking at the computer? Are you doing something else? Can I measure this, team? You think so? All right, let me show you. You'll be surprised what softwares can do, team. Recording statistics about registration attendance. No. Where is that? Webinar analytics. This will actually tell me, team, exactly how many people are attended, when, what did they do, and so on. So we have the tools, team, and we believe in investing in tools and technologies. So what that means is we're using some of the great tools out here. So it will help us and it will give you also reason where you're doing. So please note, you have to be on time, you have to be attentive, you have to be there for the session. There are no excuses. You dedicate your 1 hour for me. Just imagine you have joined a new fitness program or a dance. You no cell phones. Your coach is going to be with you. He's going to train you. She's going to train you. You have to be there. Even for videos or offline, when do you submit the exercise? Are you first time right? When you submit it, are you right, or do you have to go back and correct it? On time delivery. Do you deliver these things on time and so on? Certification test will be based on multiple choice and voice answers. So this is a concept and idea that I got today. So there will be a lot of multiple choice questions, but there will be some questions where we'll ask you to speak, record, and put that file with it. So we want to hear you, team. We want to hear the answers from you. Maybe we'll do a mock interview and do it. But if there are hundreds of members, then we need a better automated system. So we'll work with you on that. Practice project. How well are you with the team play, presentation, attitude, proactiveness, output? And team, like certifications, you may not pass the first attempt. But then this will train you and groom you to be amazingly successful in the real world. See, I highlighted attitude. And this is one thing I really emphasize on, because I live with very, very positive attitude, absolute zero political methodologies. So that is the same I expect from my team. Real project. What is this above and client plus team member feedback? Okay, above means yes, practice project, whatever is said here, and client feedback and team member feedback. What do the others say about you as well? You won't believe, team, when first time I did a peer review and someone had to talk about me, I was shocked. I did not know that the world was thinking like this about me. Something's great, something's absolutely pathetic. But unless I realized and I knew it, I had no opportunity to make a change on it. This is your opportunity, team, to know yourself better, to have that opportunity for the change. And you lose points when you do any of these. We're going to try and observe. We will not do everything. Like you sit in an exam hall, you still have an opportunity to do some malpractice. It's not that we can pinpoint and observe everything, but then you lose points when you don't participate overall. And you gain points when you do something interesting. When you don't lose points, when you don't lose points, you're actually gaining points. But when you get likes or recommendations from your team and staff, you innovate something, you come up with ideas or help others, you start to gain points. And that is the scoring methodology. I will have this ready before day 3, team. Okay, but a lot of work, team. Do you see the amount of work that I put in this morning just for this? Because I never prepare, but this was important, so I prepared. Subject is there with me. I just need a blank piece of paper and I start going. But these kind of concepts and motivation, I really need to put it up here. Scoring system will be ready before day 3. I just answered that. Measuring starts from today. But again, a lot of you would have been late and so on. But from tomorrow, there can be no excuses. Team. Give yourself in. Do your best. What is this? Okay, will do, won't do. What I will do with this training and what we will not be doing. Get you started in IT and QA, yes. Get you an overview of each topic. Get your foundation for automation testing. Make you an expert on any of that we will do. You can get extended, but yes, sometimes team it will get extended by a couple of days because I do some more topics or some topics are more than what I planned for. The intent is to complete the training rather than hurrying it up based on a schedule. So please be flexible for a couple more days just in case we need. And we will guide and help you through the projects. But like we said, we want you to take initiative and be self-driven on that. What we won't do, we're not making you an expert in software testing. Expert on what? ENIOT. That's the focus. Always remember, we'll keep going back to it. You ask me questions, most of the times I may answer saying, for the scope of what we're doing to master ENIOT, you may not be able to do that. But you will get a brilliant footing. Again, same thing with HP, QTP, UFT or Selenium. You're not going to be an expert with this 7 hours free training. Provide tech support on anything other than ENIOT. So if you saying that how can I install this, how can I do that, I really can't help. But then we have that technical forum that you can participate and start interacting there with others. We won't give you a free AICTE certificate, team. Not that you pay for it. I'm not going to ask you a single dollar, but you need to earn it with the point system. Is a pass mark going to be like 70% or 90%? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out by day 3. And we won't give you references from anything apart from your actual project. And we will never do what I call as proxy, team. And I hate this proxy concept so much, I can't even spell it correctly. I actually intentionally wrote it this way. I just want to say that I don't like it. We won't do it. And this is your opportunity to make it happen the right way. You will get practice projects to put on your profile. You will get real projects. So are you in or you're out? You have to decide now. I've told everything clearly. Honestly, there should be no other questions after this. This link to register for Interact will come to you over the email with the action items. Please follow them. It basically is a simple sign-in form or registration form. So very simple, first name, last name, and so on. That will help us to quickly send you a message on your mobile device to the Interact app, and it will also go onto your email. FAQs. So my team put together an FAQ. I didn't get a chance to review it earlier, but then I saw it this morning. So this will come to you. I'll go through it quickly. So there's answers to other questions you can ask me then. Actual free live training start. Okay, so this we have started right now. I've told you about the schedule. What is the fee? It's absolutely free, correct? What is the time for the session? Yes, I've mentioned this. And this is a grammatical error, my team. There is no fee, full stop, space, uppercase I. It is absolutely, what is this? It's absolutely 7 hours free training for, again, little bad English also on that. Okay, let's go on. Where can we watch the orientation session? Okay, Who is the trainer for this? I am the one. Yes. What is the eligibility to join the program? I just said basics team, MS Office, like Word, Excel, and so on. That's most important. Is it online? It's online. Total web-based. Are there any prerequisites? I think this is answered. Do you have to pay for the certificate? Nope. But you need to pass the exam, follow the instructions, and you will get certified. Can you please share the detailed course content? Yes, it's here. My 2 minutes groundbreaking, earth-shattering video is here. I laugh at myself when I look at it because I hear my voice so many times. I kind of tend to get away. What is the intent behind this training? I showed you, team. I showed you the real intent. Okay. But what did my team write? To get users evaluate and learn Eniot.com as an automation tester. I think yes, that's right. But I showed you a few more about it. All right. What are the advantages of the training? So I think I've specified more than just these. But these are some good points that are also there on the website. Foundation, perfect for starting into IT. Perfect course for beginners and QA engineers. It'll become fairly easy then to learn automation testing with Selenium or UFT from there, and you will get the Eniot certified tester certification. Okay, do I need to know Java? Nope. What are the ideal trainees for the training? I said it. How will this training help me who is already working in automation? I don't think if someone you already working in automation, it will, but I think you should explore and see. This training is gonna, I think with this training, even we at IT Learn are gonna change the way we will coach and mentor people. Okay, what does this training has to offer me that others don't? I honestly don't know, team, my competition too much, but I know what industry wants. I know what you want, and I'm going with it. It is like going to a doctor and saying, why should I come to you, doctor, and not to that doctor? I will say that I know you as a patient, I know the problem you have, and with my knowledge, I know what is a solution and I'll help you. I cannot recommend or take away the credit of another doctor. Okay. Does anyone who attend the training become a certified tester? Nope. Like I said, we have to earn it. All the topics as part of the training content will be taught in detail. Yes, most of the topics are a quick intro. They will not go too detailed. That's the Q&A. Let me see if there's any other slides left. Nope, that's it. We have Q&A now. Questions, team. So please use the chat to do this. It's almost 1 hour 45 minutes. I hope you liked what I presented today, team. And I hope you saw the reason behind doing this. I really wanted to motivate you and show you the reason this free lunch is important. And if you join it, you should be totally involved into it. And what it could do to your career is the thing that I showed you. All right. So I'm taking questions from now. If there's any question that is asked earlier, which I have not answered, please copy it and put it back here so I could do that, team. All right. There's still 390 people in the session. Typically 20% people drop out for multiple reasons, but great to see people continue to be there. Let's see questions, lot of them. Wow. I was a tester for the website Interact, which was initially named as turnwave.com. Great, Fazana, yes. What language are we going to use? Stupid question, team. I'm not going to take your name, but it's a stupid question. What language for what? There's no programming and it's there. So this is the difference between spoon feeding and asking the right question. So please be involved. Not to criticize your team, just that this is where the difference comes, your involvement. Being an expert in Eniot, how it will benefit in present market. I already told you, Vijay. I've answered this. Very simple. When you go to the interview, they will ask you what it is and you talk about it. You're going to answer it the way I teach you. You will get the job right then and there. That's my confidence. Without experience, it's so hard to get jobs. Resumes don't get filtered. Exactly. And that is why you need this. Is profile pic mandatory for what? Eniot? No, not for Eniot, not for Interact. It's not mandatory. Facebook also, I don't know if it's mandatory. What else did I have? Is the Selenium course enough for us to move on to take more classes on the same? So Chaitanya, for now, just focus on ASCT. To upgrade to the more courses that we're doing, we'll do it after this, not now. For now, only one course at a time. Is there a good market for beginner tester with Eniot? There is no market for Eniot, team. It is zero, zilch, absolute zero market for Eniot. The market will develop. We're developing your skill and the confidence on ENIOT when you get asked the questions and you explain the way I tell conceptually, practically, like an expert, you will find the difference of your success. If someone is working automation testing already, do you suggest to take this training? I think it's good to participate for the certification point of view. Yes, Suresh. Tracy Tran, so you'll send us that link after this webinar to sign up. Yes, so all the details will come up. The videos will be there placed on the main website, itlearn.com/ENIOT. Let me see, where is that? Is ENIOT here? So the videos will start getting placed out here, the links to the videos, and then the other things will keep coming to you as email for now, and then only through Interact after that. Can I have some tips for a face-to-face interview? Absolutely. You won't believe what kind of a free knowledge base we have. I will guide you through them. We have done some amazing sessions recently, Divya. You will really like it. All right, Sharda, thank you. Being an expert in ENIOT, how? Yes, I answered that, Vijay. I understood that there's no class on 14th, so 15th is the end date. Yes, as of now, but like I said, please give me a spare couple of days just in case we need to stretch. What do we have to learn, study to start tomorrow's class? Nothing. Just be inspired, be serious, join on time, stay totally focused, don't deviate towards television, internet, kids, cell phone, nothing. Okay? ENIOT is a tool, yes. So you need to go back to the other session on what is ENIOT and watch it, or forget what is ENIOT. Go through this. We will come to what is ENIOT towards the mid of it. Then you'll really know what it is. Okay? There were two ways for me to answer. One theoretically, or the other way conceptually. For that, you need to know all these prior topics that I've listed here. All right. Hi Karthik, I'm from Sydney. My friend can join this from tomorrow as he's still not registered. Yes, people will still register. We'll still have people joining. Karthik, amazing session and the attitude behind session. Thank you. We need more practice on the ENIOT once you teach us. Absolutely. You will have access. It's going to be a free app to use and you can use it. And I'll tell you, team, exactly what's going to come with it. How much will it cost if I want to learn automation? So let's not worry about the payment and the other projects right now. If you have questions on the other programs team, please write to learn@itlearn.com. I'm going to stay focused on this. For me, I told you my benefit. I'll focus on my vision. My vision is very clear. I have my idea set. The direction is coming through like this, and we'll reach there. Not able to register in trainee registration form. If any of you are already registered on Interact, you won't be able to re-register, team. So you need to let us know so we can add you. So that is the instruction we'll send you by email in the next few hours. Okay, I'm from India. So can I be eligible for placements projects? Yes, Madhura, you will be. Just for information, team, we are actively developing Verkasa Inc. as a software testing services company with a lot of focus on one tool called Selenium, one area. So we have IT Learn from a skill improvement and a skill growth perspective as part of Verkasa. We have ENIOT, which is the product we're going into the market with, which is built over Selenium. And then we have a job placement, certified training, and the entire placement services projects. So that is the portfolio which we're going with the intent. US, India, Australia, New Zealand is the market right now that we focused. We're already trying to have some great leaders join us to help us with this direction. And we've already signed up some NDAs with some of the end clients and some of the other IT companies, and we're working on them. Where are you from? I'm in region of India. All right. Henadi, Fadeeb. I'm from Southern India. I'm from Hyderabad team. Will you show the first day webinar recording for passing to those? Yes, again, basic question. Every video will be there. You will get access to it. Will there be another link or will you use the same? So every day you'll use the same link, team. Will the project be a real time? I mean, right from framework to up? Okay. I want you to focus on what I'm saying, every word. You miss half the session and you ask me a question that I've already answered, you will get negative points, team. All right. This question is exactly eligible for that. Will the project be a real time? I mean, right from framework to up? It will be on ENIAUT. Okay. So it will be exactly on ENIAUT. So think, team, and put it in the right way so that the other person can understand it clearly as well. Okay. Hi, do we have to fill a form that you showed us and sent in an email a while ago? Yes. So team, just wait for instructions. You'll get everything. Eager to learn ENIAUT, where you can find this ENIAUT tool. So go to eniaut.com, team. That's where the details are about the application, eniaut.com. All right. You will see what it is about. There is a dev version. I will share that details with the confirmed participants once we get closer to it. How can I ask question? Prerak, you're answering it. You asked it right now. Do you guys market the resume? You've already left, Krishna. I think it's a crazy question, but to know about it, is ENIAUT an automation tool? Are the trainees are going to work on the tool? Yes. ENIAUT is a software test automation tool that is built using Selenium, Java, and TestNG. It's a hybrid framework. It's got a lot of core components. It is a test automation tool. Like Selenium IDE and QTP, ENIAUT also does that, but it does using Selenium WebDriver. Gayatri, so that was your question. Wow, there are a few more. I don't know how many more questions are there here. And we'll need to find a better way to ask questions and answer them. And what we're going to do is this, team. In the page that I've shown you out here, you will start seeing the links to every video coming up as we complete. So before we start day 2, the day 1, I think day 1 link will be already coming up shortly here. You will then be able to ask your questions and put them there against each day, what we're discussing. Okay. Against today's session, you can ask all these questions and put it there in one place, and it'll be easy for us to answer. There are a lot of questions. If we have even 200 participants going through it and even 50 people ask a question, it's not going to be easy from a training perspective. So we have to depend on tools and technology to handle that challenge. And I know exactly how we're going to do that using the Q&A forum. So we'll get to it as we keep going along. All right. Sorry, Rina, no question is silly, yes. But just that, when I say, how will you calculate points based on your questions? Based on questions. How will I calculate? No, there is, team. Very simple, Rina. The way I'll calculate is this. Let us say I've mentioned something during the session. You have not paid attention. And then you ask the same question back again. That is when I know that it's a bad question. That shows that you are not attentive. And given my background, you will also know that I'm a quick thinker and a fast thinker. So I will be able to easily grasp. And I've been working with a lot of people across the globe, so I know it. So questions about ENIAUT, I'm letting go. I'm going to look at the relevant questions and start looking at them. Okay, so team, I'll continue to stay focused on this approach. Okay, and I want you to go with me on that vision. Venkat Reddy, just Karthik, I don't know what you want there. I appreciate your time to give such a wonderful session to empower. Thank you. Thanks for your precious time and effort. There's a user login box, this page of ENIAUT. I'm not able to log in yet. So Richard, there's a user login button here where I don't know, but wait for me. Don't jump to ENIAUT. Here's the thing. If you think I'm a guru, go with me, please. Do not jump ahead. Go with what I teach. Exactly stay there. All right. Whatever you need to know, believe me, I've answered. As we go along, I will keep doing the guide. I'll keep telling you exactly what we're going to do. And the questions should be focused on that topic. That is how, as a team, you'll all be successful and you'll really take the value from this program. Can we reach you offline if you have any questions? Team, again, you see it, right? If I get a phone call from even half this audience, my next 1 week is gone. So let's try and work smarter through tools and technology. We can do it. Thank you all. Thank you so much for now. Whatever we need as part of this program, I'll keep guiding you. As of now, what I did in this session is what you need. Tomorrow, fresh day, fresh start, be on time. I give 5 minutes, grace period. for technical connectivity and all that. Otherwise, that's it. Once again, team, thank you so much. It's amazing, great feeling. I still have right now, and you can look at it. I'm sharing the audience view, not audience view, but audience list with you all. 375 participants are still on the session. And that's humongous, you know, thanks to all of you to join, and it just feel very humble and motivated through it. All right, perfect. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless. Let's go do this. Bye now.